York City Mayor Zohran Mamdani is urging New Yorkers to treat NYPD officers with respect after footage circulated showing people throwing snowballs at them.
Uniformed officers were responding to a report of a snowball fight at Washington Square Park in Manhattan on Monday. The New York Police Department said on Tuesday that multiple officers were struck in the face with snowballs and were removed by EMS in stable conditions to a nearby hospital.
In an X post on Tuesday, Mamdani wrote, quote, "I've seen the videos of kids throwing snowballs at NYPD officers in Washington Square Park. Officers, like all city workers, have been out in a historic blizzard keeping New Yorkers safe and cars moving. Treat them with respect. If anyone's catching a snowball, it's me."
New York City Police Benevolent Association President Patrick Henry blasted the mayor's response in a statement saying this was not just a snowball fight, this was an assault by adults throwing chunks of ice and rocks that landed 2 police officers in the hospital with head and face injuries. Former New York City Mayor Eric Adams wrote on X, in part, "The politicians who constantly bash the police and refuse to have their backs are setting a terrible example. Leadership matters, tone matters. All elected officials must speak out and make it clear that attacks on our officers in any form will not stand."
Meanwhile, while speaking at a news conference, Mamdani said he didn't believe that anyone involved in the incident should be charged with assault.
New York City Police has also launched an investigation and released images of 4 people they are looking to question. This is a case where I need more information before I would pass any kind of judgment because
they're responding to a huge snowball fight in Washington.
I mean, this is going to sound absurd, but depending on the actual consistency of the snowball, could be a wide range of different views on this. Yeah, if
was it fresh snow? Was it ice?
Well, no. I mean, yes. If it's a kind of kiddie snowball fight thing, and you throw a snowball at a police, I don't care then, and then they're being babies about it. If it's if you chucked some of the snow we've had in DC, not during this recent snowfall, but the one before, it is solid chunks of ice. If you threw that at someone's head with adult force, you could absolutely do so. You could literally kill someone with the chunks of ice we've had sitting around. I'm not saying that's what happened. I don't know. I would need to see more information. I don't, if they're just chucking snowballs at each other, fun stuff, and the police came to break that up for some reason, I don't even think they should. And the police, that doesn't look okay. That does not look too dangerous. Well, I don't know. I don't know. I can't tell, man. I don't know. I don't want to be wrong. I don't know if it's.
Well, I'll say that.
Obviously, it's not. Okay, that can't be that harm. They're all doing it and
at each
having
other,
fun, and they're smiling, and.
I'll say, as a New Yorker,
that doesn't seem that dangerous.
That grew up in New York and had snowball fights. There were times where people accidentally threw what was not only snow. Wrapped around this fresh snow was ice, and it did hurt. But it was part of the snowball fight. I would need to understand if people were intentionally trying to hurt the officers.
Don't throw it at the face,
or
don't
wanted the officers
with adult force.
Right. If the officers wanted, I've also have an uncle that's a police officer in New York. Sometimes community engagement is we'll play around with you guys, but you got to disperse, right? We want to, who knows what the information was. The video that I saw where the officers walking away kind of end it. When they say end it, that's the time to end it. Still throwing it as they're getting in the car. Well, that could obviously be looked at as too far. You're still chucking snowballs at the officer, whether you're adult or kids. If it's kids throwing them, that's a whole different other issue. Okay, should they go to jail for continuing to throw snowballs while they were playing? So exactly. There's a lot here that I think people want to have extreme outrage. Mamdani said, treat officers with respect. I mean, you want him to go on a rampage about, are these severe, extremely severe injuries that the officers have sustained in the hospital?
Based on what I just saw, that would seem pretty
Right. So I think Mamdani did the right thing. I think he said, the community engagement could be cool. Snowball fight is fun. It's like the fire hydrant coming loose in the summertime.
Maybe they were there to make sure that the snowball throwers and the shovelers had 2 forms of verification consistent with, the not for voting. They're voting, just go
just
do
for shoveling
snow.
Yes.
We want to make sure they're
civic duty
properly
as opposed to
registered
employment by the
state. They'll get a 2-factor authentication code.
Yep.
To send to their cell phone and just make sure it's all above board. And
I think the snow days are some of the most beautiful days in New York. Mamdani also didn't give kids a snow day last time. Everyone was mad at Mamdani because he had everybody get back to school right away. and people were like, it's a snowstorm. When we had the snowstorm, this one,
No, go back to school.
he immediately said, there's a snow day tomorrow, and everybody was super happy. So I think that it's a joyous time for kids that are really excited. Maybe their parents are home too. A lot of my friends that still live in New York also did not go to work. It was hard to get on a train or anything that day. So it could be a fun, good time.
Remember when I thought we were having like global warming or something. Pretty cold.
Well,
pretty snowy
maybe one example
global warming
doesn't.
Man,
I wish of no warming.
I wish it was true that we were heating up the planet, but oh well. That does it for us on Rising Live. Look out for more exclusive YouTube content coming your way later today, and be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the Hills YouTube channel so you never miss any content. And for those of you who like to listen while on the go, we're now available anywhere you listen to podcasts. We will talk to you later.